and welcome back to Hello. Do not judge me for the title of today's video. Do not judge me for wearing a turtleneck. This is what I have in my closet. This is what we're wearing today. This is the topic of discussion for the day. I was just thinking, y'all, I was reflecting, I was going through my Spotify, I was just going through. Now, regardless of like what you may perceive me to be, I'm actually like the biggest crybaby in the world. Like, I'm not going. When I was a kid, I remember my mother signing me up for karate class, and whenever I saw a kid cry there because he was hurt, I would start crying. I wasn't even doing anything. I wasn't even doing nothing, and I just cried when I saw someone else cry. So I was like the biggest crybaby. And then like through like my middle school years, I had like a really tough time. Like I was listening to some really sad boy hour music. Obviously things have changed. I've changed. I've gotten a couple. Look at the fade. Not my best fade, but yeah, that's besides the point. What I'm saying is things have changed. Things have changed. But one thing that has not changed is my. Oh, look at Doja Cat. It's Doja Cat. The one thing that has not changed is kind of like my music taste. I tend, because like in middle school and like those days of my life, I just always gravitated toward like more like sad types of musics, like sadder types of lyrics, things like that. I don't know why, that's what I gravitate towards. And if I could get like a really good cry session in there, not necessarily to Doja Cat, but like to other songs, then like it's always really good. So of course I can get into like the Coldplay type of stuff, like the Scientist or Trouble or Yellow. I could go into like old school, like One Republic. I could go into like old school Sia, S-I-A. I could get into Florence the Machine. I could get into just like a lot of like the songs back in the day. But honestly, it would just require me with a little bit of memory to figure that out. So I'm gonna go with like my top like 3 to 5 songs in the past year that your boy Vexerone has cried to. Okay. So I'm thinking, let's start off strong. All right, let's start off like really strong. All right, I'm gonna start off with All Too Well, 10-minute version, Taylor Swift. Y'all, come on. Have you watched that motherfucking music video? Have you watched that music video? That song tore me down when I first listened to it. It was in my top 5 songs of 2022 easily. I was just listening that on repeat. Just like some context for you, like I think I just turned either 21 or 22 at that point in my life, and I was like, when she was going through like the breakup, we just talked about the breakup, like I was just going through like my breakup, and then like she has that lyric where she's like, it's supposed to be fun turning 21, and I was like, no, don't do this. Overall, like really powerful vocals, like the imagery that she provides in her lyrics is like so genuinely like amazing, and of course just her voice and the delivery, the whole story, every single aspect of it is just so beautiful. It just puts me into this roller coaster. this like roller coaster of emotions. So we're gonna start with All Too Well. I think someone's crying out there. Um, hey, I'm back. I think someone just got broken up with. Um, and I also just spilled my plant water. But I also want to make this video. But I feel really like, give me a second to like kind of reset. Okay, just give me a little bit of time to actually clean up, and I'll be back if I still want to make this video by the time I clean up. Okay. See you soon. Okay. Hi. I am back. I have cleaned up the mess. I have washed my hands, and I have sprayed some, not Febreze, but one of those like little candles to make the room smell a little bit better. And I am back. I just want to make a first and foremost note that I'm not going to make any jokes about it. I wish those people well. I don't know what they were saying. They weren't speaking English, but someone's heart just got broken. Something like that. It was weird. Like a car, like the car like was pulling out, and I realized I thought it was like a little girl like crying, but it was like a full blown adult, and she was like kind of hammering the car, and then like the car was like speeding off, and then she started like sprinting afterwards, and it was like, whoa. Okay, let's go back. We're only in our room. We're safe. We're a safe space. Safe space. And we are back. Speaking of breakups, yeah, All Too Well, 10-minute version. Gotta be like one of those top tier songs. From there, what am I thinking about? Okay. I think like there's a specific like, I'm not like a T Swift like super enthusiast, but like her two other songs, Champagne Problems and Happiness. Specifically in Happiness, when she says, haunted by the look in that your eyes that would have loved you for a lifetime, leave it all behind. Like, oh man, yo, I'm not gonna lie, that was, those lyrics hit me every single time. Like, I'm not even gonna say like the entire song is really good, but those lyrics every single time, like for an entire year, just like broke me down. And then champagne problems. She has like a verse towards the end, and I'm personally, I'm kind of one of those listeners where like I don't really listen really well when it comes to like the lyrics of a song, or it's more so just like the tone of it and like the general vibe that I get off of it. But Champagne Problem, she has like a really good ending verse, and I can't tell you any of the lyrics, but that's definitely a song that I've cried to in the past year as well. But okay, let's get to the big leagues. We're on to the big leagues here. Big Leagues Crier. Number two song that I've cried to in the last year or potentially my entire life. Frank Ocean, White Ferrari. Do I need to say anything else? Do I need to say anything else? Frank Ocean, White Ferrari. The moment that man spoke, that I heard that man speak in White Ferrari, I just, like, I melted. And it just puts such a sad tone to the entire song. What really, really hit me was the ending lyrics. It was like something like, it's like, I'm sure we're taller in another dimension. You say we're small and not worth the mention. And it goes further and further and further, and like how gentle his voice is, how high his voice is, again, just like the delivery of the song was just like something that I've never heard in my entire life. And I remember in college I was driving in my mom's Toyota Odyssey. I drove a minivan back in college. I just remember listening to this song on like my night drives in the city. I remember listening to this song in the gym. I remember going on my hot girl walks with this song, and every single time it would just captivate me, like the entirety of the song. And again, like that ending, it's like, I'm sure we're taller in the dimension. You say we're small and not worth the mention. It's just so fragile. It's so fragile, and it just captures it so beautifully. And so that's one of my top 5 songs. But okay, what is Vexerone's #1 Cry 2 song? Vexerone's #1 Cry 2 song of 2022 or 2023, highly anticipated. Everyone wants to know. Everyone wants to know. Chewing Cotton Wool by the Japanese House. You've never heard that song in your entire life. I know you haven't. Chewing Cotton Wool by the Japanese House. That song broke me. That song broke me. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like an ethereal experience, honestly. It just puts you in this, like, how do I put that into words, y'all? I don't even know. Like, it starts very simple, and it is simple. I guess that's what makes it so beautiful. But it's so simple. It just has a very dun 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 dun. And I think at the end of the song, what does that person say? They say something like, oh yeah, it says like, they say they're talking about a person, and the last verse, I think in the last like 30 seconds, it's like, they're a memory I recall. And just like those words at the end of that song, like saying that this person's gonna be a memory, like this person that was such like a lovely and amazing part of your life is now just going to be a memory that they recall, and feeling how that was going to apply to my own life. That, oh my god. I was literally like listening to Spotify just like the other day, and like I heard that song and it just gave me like flashbacks, and I was like, whoa, that's a little bit crazy. But anywho, those are my, I think, top 5, top 3, something like that. It's like my top songs to cry to of 2022. Please do not judge me for my music taste. I'm very insecure about it. So that's just me. You may have your own go-to cry songs, or maybe you're like a super alpha sigma person who just never ever needs to cry. I'm joking. Everyone needs to cry. Everyone needs to cry from time to time, right? So, with that being said, I wish that girl and her boyfriend the absolute best in their relationship. I'm wishing you the best in the world. Do not feel like take my recommendation and you have to cry to it yourself. I don't want to inspire another person to tear up tonight. So how about instead you just rest up and be happy and enjoy yourself, okay? Much love, and I hope to see you another day. So with that being said, good night, be well, rest well, and I will see you another day.